A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3,
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door? Hey,
Nick, it's right now the new year. It's a nice and glorious new year. I remember all the podcast shows that we recorded. Let's see, after October, there was the November, which was the Thanksgiving episode. Oh, that was a really good one about, food and stuff. And then there was the December one with Christmas. Oh, we got all drunk, we got all blasted. We had a bit of an orgy. I don't know where that came from. And then a donkey came out of nowhere. And then...
Wait, we didn't have a podcast for any of that. I mean, we did have the orgy, but no podcast.
Yeah, that...
I wonder why! Hello, everyone, and welcome to C.S.N. Report.
Just wondering, did anyone figure out what happened to that donkey?
I think we ate it.
Yeah, I mean,
well, there wasn't any bones, so I don't think we ate it, but...
I mean, I know it was floating in the pool, and it might have been there for a few days. We were hammered pretty badly, but does anybody remember how it got into the pool?
I think Saul was riding it into the pool. Not like riding it, but riding it as on horseback. He know how to ride the burro. He is Spanish. He's from Mexico. He know how to ride the burro.
I'm the host, or at least one of the hosts, Chris Shalon. So I'm with me my co-host Nick.
Hey,
and
Saul's not in tonight. He's actually working.
Look, a lot of people have a perfectly fine job cleaning strip clubs. We're not judging him on that,
Yeah, he's got a late night job. It takes a lot of time to clean all the jizz off the floor, so we're not judging. We're happy for him, and he works for tips, so...
Yeah.
So, tonight's little episode, just gonna bullshit, just like that one time we did. That's a fun, bullshitting episode.
Yeah, 5 hours of bullshitting that someone has to go and re-edit.
Are we stealing Penn and Teller's gig?
No. See, what I mean with bullshitting, as in, there's really no topic that we're gonna talk about. We're just gonna bullshit our way through this entire episode, just freeform our way. So let's actually talk about what we've been up to since last time we recorded.
Has anyone done anything of any actual merit?
Well, I'm back in college.
Joined the Navy.
And I gotta say, being back in college it's pretty good. I really like it a lot.
Wait, which college?
PBSC, Palm Beach State.
You ain't doing shit.
Palm Beach isn't a state, it's a county. Wait a second, do they actually think they're a state? Damn secessionists.
Don't know.
If anyone's gonna do it in Florida, it's gonna be Palm Beach.
Didn't they have a fight over recently they had a fight because the mayor I guess refused to go to an event because it was
I don't know.
All I know about West Palm Beach is that the Bureau of Agriculture that I go to is up there, and my single craziest ex-girlfriend lives up there, so I don't go up there that very often. Yeah.
So there are multiple of those crazy ass women hanging out there.
Well, it's Florida. I mean,
you see, I've been with a lot of crazy bitches, and Lord, I love my crazy bitches, but they are not good for me.
Well, Nick, to be fair, we live in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to really go deep into the crazy bitches in Florida, it's like trying to find the most beautiful girl in Brazil. There's no contest whatsoever to.
Yeah, there's a high bar for crazy here.
Which brings me to my point. Right, the Florida Man documentary, which you can view for free on Vimeo, which is basically the cheapest documentary ever because it's just a camera crew that went around talking to drunk guys, Florida men, hanging out in front of liquor stores and in bars, which I find is pretty decent. Good. Nothing's a good representation of Florida, but it's a nice slice of the random insanity that is Florida.
Ooh, I just wanted to say to kind of go back to my college experience yet again. I taking film appreciation. It's a fun class.
What films do you watch?
See, I can say this right now. I can't tell that. Okay, I'm not gonna say his name, but I think my professor, I think it's kind of. I'm not too sure.
Well, you're
okay, because like he's doing films that are more of the modern kind of films between like 1990 up to I guess now, because the first film we watched was Guardians of the Galaxy because that's the best representation of
what? Of special effects.
I guess the unique
the films in 2014.
Well,
yeah. What was his major thesis on Guardians of the Galaxy?
I guess just the fact it's a unique film that's supposed to represent the film that we're gonna study.
What's unique about it?
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, I enjoyed it too, but it really is just a mashup of a bunch of other fairly common
There's some
concepts.
Firefly in there. There's some Avatar,
Star Wars.
Lots of Star Wars.
But I'd say it's more of like a satire of Star Wars. More of a satire of rip-off Star Wars to a point.
I don't know. I would put it more as a rip-off of Firefly.
Yeah, but why the hell are you studying it?
Why I'm studying?
Yeah, the most important question. You are studying to learn something. What in the hell are you trying to learn?
How to appreciate films.
that is the object of this entire course, and yet somehow I feel like...
Because if you just like a film, it doesn't matter unless you can say exactly what you like about it and go on a very long, irritating rant about why you like it.
I know, but
exactly.
When you're picking Guardians of the Galaxy, I think you're like...
It's not me. I didn't fucking pick Guardians of the Galaxy.
I know, but...
This motherfucker... Well, I know if it's actually him, per se. If it is, it is. If it's not, maybe he... I guess the film I chosen for him, that...
Are you suggesting that the school has asked him to review Guardians of the Galaxy and educate his students and how to properly appreciate Guardians of the Galaxy?
The way we kind of do it,
Maybe he just said, you know what, fuck it, these kids will never watch the old films.
I could see that happening. Honestly, good.
Which I say to myself, like... He's pretty much a film producer, a film director, a film writer, and I look on IMDb like,
what are you write for?
Yeah, Florida. As a person with a film degree, I can say this: in Florida, that is a loose term. All of that shit, because I had a friend who was a film student, and then automatically he wrote a feature film version of his short film, submitted it to the basically the big film festival we have here. And in the next year, he was the judge at the big film festival that we have in South Florida. So
what's that called?
Flick. F-L, I don't know, I-C-K, I think.
See, I want to say his name, but I can't because...
Yeah, I'm not saying people's name either. I mean, Florida, to me, feels like a wasteland when it comes to art. Like, good artists come here and get paid by rich people who buy stupid crap. But they come here. They don't, get generated here. They just come and leave.
Excuse me, sir. I was generated here, and I'm a fantastic artist.
Artist of what? Bullshitting?
Yeah. Among
of
other
being
things,
an asshole?
it is an art.
Of being an asshole?
That is an even more challenging art, sir.
Yeah. No, I've been so disappointed by Florida and its artistic appeal. Like, I've gone to so many art events with teachers, actual career teachers, that their job is to teach you things. And I've sat there and listened to lectures and gone, these people are freaking crazy. like they know their stuff, as in they know about maybe 30% of the industry, and the rest of them is them BSing and then going through some severe mental problem. That is my description of what it is to be educated artistically.
You just described being an artist, period.
No, I've known many great artists that are, quote, excellent artists. Like their work is amazing.
Were they not full of shit?
No, they're mentally very, very acute. I mean, they know history. They very much appreciate the art. They don't live in Florida though.
I think in a way, project this in a way, like, you have your Martin Scorsese, and then you have your David Lynch. Martin Scorsese is the more sane person.
No, I like David.
David Lynch is a crazy motherfucker.
No, I think David Lynch is a very sane person. He just makes really fucked up movies. Like, as an artist, he's really insane. Well, he's not insane. He's just too...
He's not...
He's too theatrical, I would say.
Too theatrical? Are you fucking serious?
Not theatrical.
Have you seen Eraserhead?
Not theatrical in, like, the Liberace way where it's disguising his gayness. Like, theatrical where he's trying to do things artistically and try to push the boundaries. But if you talk to him or you watch an interview with him, he's very sane. Like, a very down-to-earth, very sane human being.
Like Marilyn Manson.
Actually, yeah, Marilyn Manson has some drug issues. Let's face it. He has some drug issues. But, you know,
I have not studied Marilyn Manson. I've never done drugs with Marilyn Manson. I can't say for certain. I know that Marilyn Manson does drugs.
What's this thing about he has AIDS now?
Maybe.
Does he have AIDS?
I don't know.
I saw like a photo on Facebook of his father standing in like clown makeup with him and grabbing his own crotch.
Yeah, he's actually from Florida.
Marilyn Manson or his father?
Marilyn Manson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he went to Spanish River High, which I did. I don't know if you did.
No, I didn't. Like,
well, I did. He went for a year.
Oh, he's a Boca brat?
No, I mean, I think he was very transient. Like, he was only there for a year, and then he left. But, you know, he is a product of Florida, which goes to show what artists we produce.
So, apparently, like, either you're Marilyn Manson or you're shit. That's...
I'm not saying you're shit. I'm just...
Yeah, Mike.
It's a spectrum.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's a spectrum containing both. You can't just judge it on one barometer.
Unless we can find like some other artists that came from Florida and a deep center of the asshole of Florida, then we can say like, okay, there is some higher.
C.S.N the Sunshine Band.
What?
They're from Florida.
Wait, what band?
C.S.N the Sunshine Band.
Okay, so there is another level.
That's music, man.
I think so's Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, but there is, you know, a theater-ness to Marilyn Manson. He's gonna get out there and...
Have you never seen C.S.N the Sunshine Band perform?
I don't even know who C.S.N the Sunshine Band is.
Me either. I'm thinking like...
That's
some
a
kind
bit
of
older for me, man.
It's not like India Ben.
No, they're like some 60s or 70s or what. I don't freaking know what they are.
60 Ben doesn't count, Nick. They don't count.
Yeah, it's not really today's Miami, is it?
No.
You know what we're famous for? Pain and Gain. What? Pain and Gain we're famous for.
Yeah, that did actually happen, didn't it?
Yes, where at one point they have to say like this truly is based on a true story where you see the Rock cooking flesh in the middle of daylight.
Yeah, they're trying to dispose of the body by burning it on a grill.
So and it says this truly is based on a true story. So once again, Nick,
I haven't watched that movie.
Yeah, that was our folks.
Okay.
Seems like every truly bad story of serious individual ineptitude takes place in South Florida.
Man, what about that one with those two women that drove off a cliff?
No, I mean actual story. That was
fiction.
Yeah, but what was that?
What about Monster?
Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
What about Monster, the prostitute that was going around murdering her John? Oh fuck, that's probably from.
I swear, Mike. Like each time we keep saying it's brought us about Florida, there's some bad shit's happening. I mean,
yeah.
Oh yeah, we had. Don't forget. I remember the one.
Are we just really gonna spend time talking about how horrible Florida is? Because this will never end.
After one more. Anna Nicole died in Florida. She did her drug overdose.
Did she? All right.
Yeah, a lot of terrible shit happened.
To be fair, that sounds like the most normal thing that's happened in Florida.
Yeah, many a porn star have OD'd in Florida.
Yeah, that's true.
So to go back,
You and your studies of appreciating film.
Hey, it's not me. It's this
Alright. Other than Guardians of the Galaxy, what else are you being forced to watch?
Well, what was that fucking movie with Tom Maguire and I tell you about it, Nick.
Tobey Maguire.
Drawing a blank.
Wait, is that
Pleasantville. There we go.
I love Pleasantville.
I like Pleasantville.
I liked it.
But I think it's great for its makeup.
Yeah.
I mean, the story's okay, but, you know, that makeup, like, they painted everything. They're just painting people.
And what else did we watch? Well, we were supposed to watch the Grand Budapest Hotel, but instead we watched Gravity.
I have not seen Gravity.
I really enjoyed
the Grand Budapest Hotel.
I've seen Grand Budapest Hotel. I love Grand Budapest
I
Hotel.
haven't seen either of them.
No.
And then let's see, we watched Wall-E, and I pretty much did.
Oh, what was the opinion on Wall-E? What was the professional, educational opinion on Wall-E?
Apparently you're not gonna get that because
What?
I stated, like, I think I said a question, and I think I should have said, and I feel like I should now. You kind of state my opinion about here and there, but like I should ask, like, Professor, what do you think about this particular film? I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's the point of education. To harass your betters and then steal their knowledge and become better than them. This is the educational
so
process.
What you're saying, so what you're saying is that, like, education is basically Highlander. That's what you're saying here.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's Highlander. I'm just trying to.
Except with less swords.
I don't know. I'm not a huge aficionado of Highlander.
The first movie is awesome.
Which one? Wall-E or Highlander?
Highlander.
I don't know.
I really enjoy it. And let's see, I think
No.
well, pretty much it wasn't really like a last film, so we saw like 3 films of Richard Linklater, which was Before Sunrise, Waking Life, and School of Rock.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. School of Rock is just Jack Black being everything I hate about Jack Black.
I don't know if I don't really have an opinion on School of Rock. That's sort of like a movie that's like a filler movie.
I'm saying this right now.
Movie.
Don't if you're gonna do a Richard Linklater.
I don't even know who this guy is.
What do you mean? He also directed recently
name something good he did.
Boyhood. I mean, at least I heard it was really good. That's something recent he actually.
To me, Boyhood is in that category of movies that are successful because they pull off a long-running gimmick. Which to me, Christopher Nolan is kind of that also director. He does good stories, but he's really pimping out those $1 million.
But let's put it this way: the gimmick was the fact that, like,
it took like 15 years to shoot.
Exactly. Like that. Tell me, what other film can you say that, like, it took 15 years with the same cast and the same crew? Tell me, what other film can you actually name that actually had done that?
I mean, I can.
The outtakes.
What?
I'd just love to see the outtakes.
Boyhood.
15 years of shooting.
What was that 500 Days of Summer thing? Weren't they doing something similar?
But see, that's 500 days. That's not 15 years of span.
To me, it's a gimmick. I haven't seen the movie. I'm sure it's tremendous.
Yeah, I heard great things too, but like, how good could it really be?
And
honestly, it's either going to be false or it's going to be disgusting because you don't go through Boyhood without a lot of masturbation.
Okay, that's
It's either going to admit that and be dishonest, or it's going to show it and make everyone sick.
No, isn't the premise of the movie about a family and how, short, I guess, childhood is?
I have no clue.
Because the central premise is the main kid actor grows up really fast during the entire filming. Oh wait, I just saw something.
What?
Something that's been going for almost 30 years. It's that The Simpsons did a parody of it. It's the thing where they track the children in England. It's like a documentary series, and every year they go back and they see what you're doing, and they do it again and again the next year. Been going on for like 30 years, almost 40. They did a Simpsons parody of it where they parodied the Simpsons. It's a documentary series.
Mike, I swear you keep on saying all these things like
it never ends. Yeah, well, it's older than Boyhood. But, yeah.
But see, at the same time, though, it's like a documentary where... Well, I mean, do they have all the same people, or it's like...
Yeah, it's all the same people. It's the same people that have been filmed for 40 years, and they've gone...
Well, then...
None of them have died yet?
I mean, the people that are filming them have died.
Oh.
But, you know, new people have come in and started filming them, and there's like 30 of them. So, you know, if you die, then, you know... Story's ended.
I'm just saying right now, whoever want to do a Richard Linklater marathon, don't, because...
Of course you wouldn't do... Who even thinks of doing that? Who loves School of Rock that much?
No, well, because... Okay, nobody... Well, have you seen Waking Life?
It sounds familiar.
Here's the best way to describe it. In a liquor, in a sense. You're drinking great fine wine, you know, maybe 20, maybe 30 years, you know, around that. You're drinking it, it tasted really well. Then somebody drugs it with LSD. And as you drink it, you have the most bad trip fucking ever. It's like, I don't know what's going on anymore. It's like Adult Swim, and someone's trying to take us... in the animation version of Lord of the Rings came together and started fucking and made a baby, and it's called Waking Life.
So what you're saying it was an incredibly coherent storyline. You just weren't smart enough to understand.
No.
I mean, it's one of those things where I was not prepared. I was not prepared for this rape. My butthole was not prepared for this. That's what I'm saying right now. Okay? Let me lie before I take it. That's what I'm saying here. I can get into avant-garde of a film.
Avant-garde?
Yeah. I can pretty much, you know what, I can be prepared for this. I can, you know, say, okay, I can get ready for this. I know there's something really weird and fucked up. But don't let me watch something that's like, you know, pretty much straight, you know, like a straight movie, and then we watch something that's completely fucked up. Don't do that to me. I want to say fuck you, professor. I want to throw my fucking sneaker and be like, fuck you.
Like your professor
So it's like a
sounds
Scanner
like
Darkly.
Oh, that's a Richard Linklater film. Blah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Scanner Darkly?
Yeah.
That son of a bitch. I remember watching that movie and just going, what the fuck?
Yeah, I expected better out of it.
No, I mean, yeah, there wasn't even no point to do it in rotoscope for no freaking reason.
And yeah, and pretty much we had to choose a film to do a film analysis. I just picked WALL-E because...
Why, God? Why?
Because it's a lot more easier for me. Because
look, to me, I have a problem with WALL-E because to me that's when Pixar started going down. It started insulting.
How is that was going down? I thought like WALL-E was
because it was like insulting the intelligence of your audience. Like that end scene where it's like we're gonna grow pizza plants. That was just like, dude, too far. You took that shit.
Well, because they're all idiots, Mike.
Dude,
Mike,
no. Look, let's agree to
They pretty much acknowledge it. Like, yeah, these people, they've been living on a spaceship for 700 years. 700 years of the fact
A few generations.
No, I think
it's going to up to a point that, like, well, you know, if you live your life in an entire like computer screen, you're not gonna know. If you're watching porn all your life, you're not gonna know what the real world is like.
I understand the explanation. It's still stupid.
Mike,
It's stupid.
Mike,
It's stupid.
are you a hipster?
No, I'm not a hipster.
Yay! See!
Okay, denied it. Okay, just some backstory. When I picked up Christian today, he's like, I think,
Mike is in denial of being a hipster.
Am I?
Yeah, you are!
All right. Define. Wait.
I argued that you weren't in denial about being a hipster because I had never heard you say you're not a hipster. But now, yes, he is officially in denial about being a hipster.
All right, hold on. First time I ever encountered the idea of a hipster is when I went to comic school in Gainesville, which is basically people saying a hipster is somebody that hates things that are popular and attempts to be interested in unpopular
That's
things.
you!
That's
That's you!
But I am interested in popular things.
But
Meat!
see.
What?
But see,
Eggs! Butter!
that doesn't. No. Let me put it this way.
Hipster has violated and entered into every aspect of your life.
Let me put this in a much better perspective. Okay, I have seen both Gravity Falls. We both have seen Gravity Falls, and we both have seen Adventure Time.
Right.
I can say I enjoy both of them equally, but I would say Adventure Time is a much better show than Gravity Falls. Not because of the art.
Why?
It's because it's just something more about it that, like, I feel it connects me a little bit more than Gravity Falls does. If I think about a specific episode, it has to be when Finn actually meets his own dad, and he found out his dad is a complete.
His dad's a criminal.
His dad is a complete shitbag. That's what he is.
Yeah.
And I felt like, that feel like a more deeper connection that kids will actually. That's something. Maybe not all kids, but at least.
Not me. My dad's awesome.
And
What about the Gravity Falls episode where it turns out the Uncle Stan character is really this? Well, he's really a manipulative guy, which you sort of know, but you also figure out that he's basically using the kids. There's a thing with. It's weird to explain this without actually dropping all these like.
I guess one of the things is, like, I may have watched more, but like what I've watched so far, because you say like all these are interconnected, this and that, is like,
what are you talking about?
You said this. You said this.
What did I say about? Okay.
You said like
You're being vague and it's bugging me. Like, you said this interconnected. What?
I was not interconnected. You said it's a recap. Well, I want to say not an actual recap. Blah 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 blah. What you said is the fact, like, okay, all these episodes, they're all connected, intertwined into one.
They're not interconnected. Things that happen in one episode continue over to the other episode.
That's how I meant to go on. And you say that, and as I watch, I'm like, I don't see that.
Really? Like,
I don't.
The letters get broken off in one episode, and then they show the same place, the same hotel place that they stay in. In the next episode, the letters are still broken off. Town's been destroyed. Next episode, town's being rebuilt. Those background elements, you're just ignorant to those?
I guess it's one of the things, like I said, like, maybe a couple episodes, and say, I really enjoyed this show. I just don't see what you actually see.
You're not seeing what I'm... Well, I can see that. You don't see what I'm seeing. But what I'm seeing is... Well, to be fair, that they're kind of getting lazy, because they're Gravity Falls is putting a lot more time into their backgrounds, and just it's using up a lot of time to get episodes out, just to add filler into the background. And I just want new episodes. I mean, honestly, I think the writing's good. The art's great, and I'm not feeling season 2 as well, but as much as I felt season 1. So, yeah. That's my take on it. I don't know, man.
If we're going to talk about these psychotic children's shows out there, I have to say something.
No.
I turned on my TV a couple weeks ago at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I don't know why it was on Cartoon Network. I haven't actually watched it in that TV in months, but there was this weird show with an old man calling himself Uncle Grandpa, trying to get attention of this young boy.
Yeah.
And like, wait a... I was in some confusion for a while, like, Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah, that's a show.
Yeah, it's a show.
Yeah, well...
Not a big fan of it.
Just my random exposure to this out of thin air. And then out of nowhere, this reasonably attractive female comes out calling herself Aunt Grandma. And she's clearly substantially lower in age than the old man. So I start putting numbers together here. They're both sort of focusing around this one child, and that, since they're calling themselves Uncle and Aunt and Grandma and Grandpa, I'm thinking, okay, they're all related. And then there's this curiosity of age between the old man and the young woman. They're like, there has to be some serious incest going on here.
Well, Nick, if I could let me put this in perspective.
No, I'm just saying. Look, I understand now that it's just a nickname and stuff, but when this information comes at you, you take it at face value. This is like a sunshine of a lot of incest out of context.
Maybe so. I mean, I would say, well, in terms of just incest, that's not like a whatchamacall. I'm thinking of the word for it. I mean,
this is like some serious... No, it's not. It's just... I thought that these were some weird concepts, and I watched the show for a little while, and I couldn't help but notice some queer metaphors for child molestation.
I think Uncle Grandpa, if I could put it, is one of those shows that like that Cartoon Network could be like, you know what? Let's just go buck. This is the one show we can go buck water for. Adventure Time.
They do that.
Adventure Time. It does need some kind of clarity to it. It needs like a kind of point A to point B. And some other shows have done that. It needs a point A to point B. You could do whatever if you feel like you need to do something a bit kind of weird to it, you can. But it needs a kind of point A to point B. It needs some standards issue. Uncle Grandpa says, you know what? Do the fuck you want. We don't care.
I just couldn't help but notice some strange metaphors about a creepy old man calling himself both your uncle and grandpa. Taking these young children on weird adventures, promising them that it'll be good for them, and then all sorts of weird, unusual things happen to them they weren't expecting, and it's kind of fun and interesting, but still they're really kind of bothered by it. Like, okay, this is a little bit of a metaphor for child molestation.
Well, you know, to be kind of fair, I mean, there was Ren and Stimpy. I mean...
Yeah, I never got into Ren and Stimpy.
And Ren and Stimpy, it gets... You know Ren and Stimpy can get really fucked up really quick.
That's true. There was some just real queer stuff about that show. That was just off by measures of miles.
So we have crazy before, so like at least Uncle Grandpa, I think like now it's like it could be like one of the things that like maybe just kids now just getting more into that thing where we're like, well, we can go a little crazy for it, and it's not gonna look as insane to them.
I just like that they're just trying to entertain children and show them something without having to force feed in ridiculous metaphors to teach your children. Actually, you don't know anything. You need to listen to the adults in your life.
I can't tell, like, either...
That's a subtext to, like, every lesson in these fucking shows. They are paying attention to their parents or their educators, benefactors, whatever. They just sort of have to learn a less important lesson through wacky shenanigans. But we don't really have that so much anymore.
Oh, wait. I kind of get it now. Like, I can't tell either, like, you're, like, making fun of these shows now, or, like...
No, these clearly have no visible lessons.
What?
I think what Nick is trying to say here is that, like, today's shows doesn't really have,
They're not preachy. Let me put it that way. Is that easier for you?
Wait, was Pinky and the Brain preachy?
No.
Was Bugs
No.
Bunny preachy? I mean, where are you coming from with the preachy cartoons?
Like the 90s or the 80s.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were
Like
filled with a lot.
Magic School Bus was preachy.
yes!
Alright.
That was an
the concept.
education.
Rugrats was preachy. The Wild Thornberries was preachy.
Captain
Doug was
Planet
preachy.
was preachy.
Bobby's World was preachy.
I don't remember much of Barbie's World.
Consider yourself lucky
No.
that way. It does not hold up well.
The Adventure of Sonic is preachy.
Was
In
it?
some kind of weird, fucked up way.
Well, Sonic is kind of anime, whether we realize it or not.
Well, I mean, during the 90s of it, like,
Yeah.
it wasn't up to there as we...
It wasn't anime. It was just a different kind.
No, it was...
No, I mean, well, in the 90s, animation had to deal with MTV for the first time, which was appealing to teenagers. So you had Eon Flux, which was, basically just a new
The
level
anime
to animation.
that wasn't really a kid's show, and let's be honest, that show was a lot better than
No,
the
that shit
movie.
took everything. That was like the prequel to Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop came out, took things to a new level. Eon Flux came out. It took.
I'm talking
animation
about
to a new level.
children's animation.
That is children animation.
Animation
How-
is a field.
not
wait.
children's animation.
Animation is a field. Everybody is in this field.
But we're
It
talking
doesn't
about...
matter.
But we talk about more just, kids
Are you guys
shows.
just too drunk to do rational things? Because this conversation just seems insane. And
You're
more
the one
insane.
that's being irrational. I'm just saying shows that are specifically directed towards young teens and children.
I can't think of a single one. I mean, Disney has kind of gone after the child market by basically taking soap opera writers and then making them write teen drama live action.
It's
crap.
It's kind of funny that like the two cartoon shows, which is Gravity Falls and I forgot the other one is called, but it has like the same creator who done like the Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, like the same creator who done these shows, it is working for Disney, and I say to myself like, wait, this design looks almost exactly like the Powerpuff Girls or Foster Homes, and
Gravity
like
Falls no, it doesn't look.
no,
like
not Gravity Falls. It's another show. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, what is he working on now?
It's on Disney. I totally forgot what it's called.
Is it Wonder Over Yonder?
Yes, that's the one.
Actually, I want to talk about the new show that's spin off for one of the character designers for Wonder Over Yonder. Star versus the Forces of Evil, which, female creator, female character. It's amazing. I like it. You haven't seen it, obviously. No.
It's a hip.
Well, there's only 2 episodes. Well, 3 now. 'Cause
It's a hipster thing, Nick. It's a hipster thing.
I'm not a hipster. Why do you think I'm
Yes,
a
you are.
hipster?
You're into this thing that nobody else is, and you condemn
How am I
everything
into
in
this
pop
thing that
culture.
nobody
Oh,
else
and
is?
also, and another thing too. You said the Book of Life is a much better film too. The Lego Movie. That movie should have been nominated for Best Animation Film.
What? Yeah, the Book of Life. What about it?
You said it should be nominated for instead of the Lego Movie, kind sir.
I don't know if Lego Movie was nominated.
It wasn't. It was it won for like best song.
Which
What?
it deserves.
That song was awful.
It's a good song, but like it should have won for like best animation flick.
God, it was
I
so
do stand-
repetitive.
What is with you guys? You're like, Book of Life should have won, and you want Lego Movie.
Well, no,
to
I'm
win.
okay.
What do you want it to win under?
Best
Best
animation
animated movie.
Yes.
Okay, no, Box Life still gets that because the animation is still solid.
There, you see.
I've
Yeah.
never even heard about that.
What?
It's
No, Box Trolls should have won.
Also didn't see that.
Yeah, now the
See?
animation's good, story's crap for Box Trolls. The best animated story
Yeah,
is Book of Life, and it should have won Best Animated Film. Not for its animation, for its story. In the genre of animation.
no, you need to have a decent story and decent animation.
It had decent animation.
For both. It has to have both.
It had that. It didn't have original music.
Okay, better.
But it had what it needed to win.
So does the Lego movie.
The
Lego. Okay, let me put it this way: when they're all animated, they animate like Legos. The way they move.
Okay, I have a prejudice and a low opinion of animated movies that mix live action and animation. I've just never seen it done well outside of Forbidden Zone.
And the Lego movie was done well because what were they all? Legos.
No, I don't think they did much.
Yeah, we haven't seen genuine stop motion animation in a mainstream.
Except for Caroline last year. I mean, not last year, but like 4 years ago. But
4 years ago? That was a lot longer than 4 years ago.
yeah, but it's the same thing as Pirates was sort of a disappointment, which I'm sort of disappointed with England because it can do beautiful animation, but it can't do great story for whatever reason. And the stuff on YouTube they release, it's great story. It's really like impactful. And then you see the movies, and the movies just like story. It's the writing.
See, Mike. Great. I think, like I said, you're in denial.
What the hell is wrong with you guys?
You're in denial of being a hipster.
I'm not a hipster. I'm freaking educated. I know what I'm talking about. You're just like, oh
no. We're gonna put a little
you're
question out
drunk.
To everyone that listens.
Like 2 people listen to this. Come on.
we have like 30 or 40 people that regularly view this. So
you're serious.
I'm serious.
And if you subtract all the people we forced to listen to it, we're somewhere around 25. So there are 25 opinions that we can get whether or not you're in denial about being a hipster.
Wait, what are the criteria for hipster?
Okay, Mike. Let's put it this way.
No, what the hell are the criteria? Try to be scientific. Here.
I'm doing it right now. Okay?
Scientific, you say?
Try to not be stupid and drunk.
Okay. This is right now a sort of a scientific thing. Okay. All right. Now, Gravity Falls and Adventure Time.
No.
Let me
criteria, man.
Let me just do this.
This sounds like opinion. This is not independent criteria.
It is independent criteria.
No, it is not. It's just
let me put it this way. You want a scientific classification?
Yes.
A hipster is an individual who shirks and generally poo-poos most of the mainstream media and those things that are popular in the mainstream. However, they do like obscure and very unknown things, or just things that are gaining attention but are not part of the mainstream yet. And then that way, it's the mainstream that's following them and not them following the trade.
That sounds like there's some definition there, but it's mixed with opinion a bit. So I'm like, I need like an independent, like middle definition thing. You're all just trying to say I don't like popular stuff. You're like trying to say I just don't like popular things.
You don't like popular things. That's
I
one
don't
of the
like
main
The Walking
keys
Dead.
of hipsters.
I will never like The Walking Dead. I've watched the story. I don't care for it. It's not going to happen. It's not my thing.
Okay, that's fine.
Look, how many times do we have to have this conversation? It's not just The Walking Dead.
Because you keep accusing me of being a hipster for not liking like things that are popular now. And I don't like them for very general reasons.
No.
Yeah, great. Now, next you're going to say Game of Thrones is traditional.
I don't know anything about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so that's probably the only reason why you haven't.
I don't know. It's on HBO. I don't own HBO, but...
I don't own HBO either.
I'm also not interested in, like, middle world stuff. Like, I've watched all the Hobbit movies. I don't have an opinion of them. Because I just don't like that time travel stuff Well, not time travel, but
How's it?
But that,
You mean fantasy stuff?
it's not fantasy. It's like that.
It's fantasy. It's got dragons.
Okay, the categorization is, God damn it, you're too drunk for this shit.
It's
Too many fucking
fantasy.
tangents.
Look, if Star Wars is fantasy, The Lord of the Rings is fantasy.
Star Wars is sci-fi fantasy.
No. It's
Which I'm fine
no.
with sci-fi
It's
fantasy.
science fantasy. There's no fi in it. It's only science and there's
Okay,
fantasy.
fine.
That's all you get.
Yeah,
Science.
it's all, fi means fiction. That's all real.
What?
Isn't that right, Christian? There's no fiction in it. It all happened.
God.
What?
You know, the first time he's the only
The
one
alcohol
there.
has just ruined the crap out of this podcast.
It improved.
No, you just think it is.
I forgot what we were talking about.
You're calling me a hipster for the 15th
You
time.
are a hipster. You are completely a hipster.
I don't even know what a friggin' hipster is.
Denial.
I may be a hipster. I don't know what the actual term of a hipster is. So.
Okay, well,
Bargaining.
okay. How about this? Here's a better way.
If I admit I'm a hipster, will you be friggin' happy? I don't give a shit.
Admitting it doesn't matter. You have to understand it. You have to believe it.
I've been trying
I
to
can
do
say
that
I'm
for
a
like the last
Judeo-Christian
20
cat.
minutes, and you guys have just been like...
Okay. Now, I think it's a better way to say this. Okay. Do you or not like a little bit more of like the stuff of like everybody liked this entire thing? Like, well, see, I like it, but I like this a little more better, and I think this should get a lot more attention.
Wait,
Do you
what?
Okay. Do you tend to like things that are a little more less,
Obscure.
What?
a little more less
Less
mainstream, a
obscure?
little more less mainstream compared to something that's more mainstream?
Do I what?
Do you? God damn it!
Christian's been drinking bourbon tonight.
Yeah, you both kind of liquored up pretty well.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Okay,
Oh,
like
God.
have you like I would say more go for like let's say mainstream films. Let's go with that. For the mainstream films, for the mainstream crowd, everybody say like we love such and such. We love.
Okay, let's take a good mainstream film that's been made recently. Batman: The Dark Knight.
That was kind of a few years back.
Yeah, but it's mainstream. I like it. It's a very good.
Yeah,
mainstream
you had to
film.
go back 5 years for it. Sorry.
Well, I mean, what else has been mainstream that I think is of good? Well, you think is.
Oh, there you just confessed it.
You think is of good quality.
Okay, that I think is a really good one. That's recently.
Yeah.
Just any particular movie.
Name one.
Days of Future Past was pretty good.
Yeah, well, okay. Either Days of Future Past or Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which one? I don't know. Was Days of Future Past the Terminator movie or?
X-Men Days of Future Past. That's like the quintessence.
Oh,
Yeah.
that thing. Not too thrilled by this. I mean, it was an entertaining film. Guardians of the Galaxy. It was interesting. I'm not that. Now, see, this is the thing. I've gone through film school. I've had a lot of people teach me shit. I can take this movie apart, and I can say, okay, this part is working, this part is working, and this part is working. And if not all of the parts are working...
Christian, he just cannot accept. No,
Look, I'll admit, okay, I'll say I'm a hipster. What in the universe has changed?
Nothing.
nothing. We already knew you were a hipster. It's just
No,
kind of denial
your
about
clarification of a hipster, I think, is flawed.
it. Yeah,
So-
because it includes you.
No, I don't care if it includes me. Look, I like quality. Well, I don't even like quality. I think there is room for crap. You need potato chips at some point. It's not a great meal, but,
Says the vegan.
I can eat potato chips.
Not if they're made in the wrong kind of oil.
Okay. I think
Or
I
if
think
the
we
oil was
I
used
think
to
we
fry
have
anything that had meat
I
in
think
it.
we have enough kind of
Yeah, the title of this podcast, Fuck with Mine.
Okay, let's move on to something else.
I saw a new movie recently.
What movie?
Kingsman.
Oh, that spy movie?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that was badass. It was awesome. Fantastic visuals, fantastic action. It's got Samuel L. Jackson being a bad motherfucker as usual. Well, not a bad motherfucker, but he's a very awesome character that you're gonna love. The entire cast was awesome in it, and it's got a familiar concept, but it really was just excellent. I don't want to give away any spoilers except for the end. And this is something I just laughed at and made jokes at for hours because with my girl Jenny, I love to make jokes about butt sex with her, and it drives her fucking crazy. She is about ready to stab me on a daily occasion because I make butt sex jokes with her. And we were both enjoying this movie until just in the climax, the spy comes in her
butthole?
No. He goes up to a prison cell to rescue a princess or something, and he can't get her out just yet, but she basically offers to do something of a sexual nature if he gets her out, and then it becomes apparent to the both of them that he has to also save the world too. And she says, and I quote, "If you save the world, I'll let you do it in the ass too." And I didn't even have to say anything yet. Jen just wallops me upside the head for the joke she knows I'm planning on making. And of course he saves the day, and at the end he grabs a couple bottles of champagne, and you actually get a camera zoom in of her butt as he's about to penetrate it. And I proceeded to torture her with that for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
It was an awesome film, and it was so much fun.
And 50 Shades of Grey took it. It took it and rubbed it in your face, Nick.
How did that fucking happen?
To give some kind of clarify to this, pretty much Nick says that like, 50 Shades of Grey, that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna be the #1 movie that came out. I say, Nick,
I didn't think they were gonna do anything. I mean, the whole 50 Shades of Grey fad was like 2 years ago.
See, Nick, you say that, but then you have those female audience that like they get into some of the kinky. They want to get into some kinky shit. They're not admitting it. They want to. They secretly want to.
I know that. I'm the one that told you that.
Oh, true, but still. It's just the fact that, like, you know what? There is still a fan base out there, no matter what. And guess what happened? It was #1 for 2 weeks.
Oh, Jesus. How did that happen?
I mean, after the third week, I was saying to myself, like, please, just at least stay into #2. Just stay at #2. It fell to #4. Damn it!
Finally!
The beast has fallen. That's our name. The fucking 50 Shades of Grey. The Beast. So overall, good film.
I haven't seen it. Jen saw it. She swears that it's a good film.
See, it's funny you say that because
Who's the director of it?
I don't know.
Someone that doesn't want his name on the film.
No,
Alan Smithy.
It looks like the American Psycho. It looks kind of like American Psycho, and I'm wondering if it's the same filmmaker that did that.
Oh, do you have your phone?
Yeah. You have a phone in your hand.
Oh, that's true. It had 15%. I mean, I could check it right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, while I'm looking at it, anything else you want to say, Nick?
No, I just thought The Kingsman was a really good film, and I recommend it to anyone that wants to see it. There's a little catch, though. It kind of has the same plot problem as the season finale of Agent Carter, which, once again, an awesome show. Finally! I dare say that it's even better than...
Asian Shield?
Yeah, it's a really fun period piece. And it continues the whole storyline of what happened after Captain America. So it makes a nice centerpiece in the whole Captain America
pretty much
nugget of the Avengers universe.
Well, I would say the more Marvel Cinematic Universe, which we'll talk about that hopefully in a little bit. So, Mike, anything up with you?
I watched the newest Doctor Who, all the episodes for the new season.
Season 8?
I don't know, whichever the new Doctor is.
Peter Capel. How was it?
For Doctor Who, it was decent. The only thing was I had a problem with one episode, which was the Robin Hood episode.
Really? I kind of really enjoyed that because
I hated the ending. The ending was just annoying. The Golden Arrow thing.
I don't remember much of it, but
they're building a machine out of gold, and then they build circuitry.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then it launches into space, but it doesn't have enough. It's not a complete engine, and Doctor Who somehow propels it further into space by shooting a gold arrow at it, which, if its central problem was it needed more gold, they would just have tossed more gold into it. You didn't need to throw any... It was silly. But, I like the new Doctor. He's darker.
I I do like that too. I think it's just one of the things that, I'm trying to think, one of my favorite Doctors had to be the Colin Baker Doctor. He wore all this bright and outlandish clothes that,
that crazy Doctor.
And yet he's, one of my favorite because of the fact, he is, this... He's a bit dark, and I do like that about him. Peter Capel's, this new Doctor... It's I like him, but I want to see... I want some little fun into it. I think it's just more due to just fucking Stephen Moffat and his dumb bullshit.
Well, he's on the listing as the producer. He seems to be more standoffish. It's not more deliberate, his effort, his effects on the show. So.
And I don't know, it's kind of sad because the first two seasons was Stephen when Stephen Moffat was running Doctor Who, it's wow, this is really great, this is really good. And then entire season where it would be the Pawns last they're gonna be there up until Angels Take My Hand, and I thought wow, this is kind of garbage. Even from
Yeah, I didn't even watch the last two seasons of when he...
Angels Take My Hand, I'm saying right now, it's complete fucking garbage. It's one of the worst episodes I've ever seen because it's wow, this is how you're gonna end this entire thing? Really, Stephen Moffat? You know what? Fuck you. You wanna fuck me in the ass? Then fuck you.
I don't even know how it ended.
It pretty much ended
I don't care.
A plot hole. It ended on a fucking plot hole that I said to myself, you know what? I can throw my fucking shoe at this fucking screen. Fuck you.
Yeah. I also watched the new movie on... Who's the smart guy in the wheelchair?
Stephen Moffat.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, the new Stephen Hawking movie about his wife, which it's interesting. I think it's a British company that did it. I believe it's a British company that did it, and it's slow, but it's a good story where it shows the main character who is Stephen Hawking's, his getting his disability, him meeting his wife, the good times, then the implosion of his marriage, his new wife, the reconnection of the old relationship, and it's all connected through his research. It never really explains his research, but it does show his career and his marriage.
You want to try to explain his research?
I mean, some people have explained his research quite well. I mean,
You can't because like
well,
I mean, it's one of the things he's too hard just to just explain.
I mean, the original research he did was, the universe at its beginning was a black hole. Then he went the other way, where it said it was a black hole that burned off, and now he's got a thing where black holes open up into alternate universes. So, Stephen Hawking has been the top and then the bottom of physics back and forth for years. He's kind of he's a smart guy, but he's a figure that's more that's more popular than he is actually in the field of physics. So his ideas they tend to like rise and fall based on what's happening in physics, in each decade. So now he's on top, which he's coming from last decade, the 2000 decade of just being hated and discredited, and now he's on top again. And I think as long as he keeps living, that's probably how it's gonna go, up and down.
Yeah. So, I'm saying it's a pretty good movie.
I wouldn't say it's a pretty good movie. It's a decent movie. If you like science and relationships, it's a fairly good watch.
Alright. You know what? I want to say this right now, so now I can finally fucking say it. Nick, fuck you! I can finally say it right now. I finally have a mic. I finally can say, fuck you for Arrow, you mother of fuck! I'm gonna put this in fucking context right now.
You actually watched Arrow?
Mike, I gotta explain this to you.
Alright.
Okay. Let me put this down examples to you. If I were to, let's say if I wanted to recommend you to a show, what do you think would be a whole lot better? Hey, Mike, I just watched a show called Arrow. It's a pretty good show. The second season is really fucking good. I would say the first season, it's not that all great. It kind of sucks. Hey, if you know what, I can give you a guideline to whichever to some episodes here and there. Like I say, I can give you some guidelines to episode. You watch this episode, just watch that episode. Watch 5 or
take notes on the episodes.
Shut up.
Some of them are good.
Shut up. Just watch this episodes. Then after that, go right to season 2. Season 2, it's really good. It's really fun. I really enjoyed it. There was some moments that here too. Not gonna lie,
Hey, I
it's
like
dumb.
the first season too.
It's dumb.
It's a little
Or we like this. Hey, Mike. You should watch Arrow. Greatest show ever. Greatest fucking show ever. You should watch it. What? You're not gonna watch it? You're not gonna watch it? Fuck you. You're an idiot. You are a complete dumbass for not watching the show. How dare you? How dare you even call my friend for not even watching the show? So now, out of those two things.
I object. You're taking my quotes out of context.
No, I'm not. God damn it. Now, out of those two things, which one do you think, which one would you like a little better to be like, you know what? I guess you could say which one you like, A or B to watch this. If you were going to watch a show of some kind, which is Arrow, which one do you think, okay, I like this a little more compared to this one?
You realize this is somebody telling you to watch the show Arrow. On its face, someone telling you to watch the show Arrow is just stupid, and it's in all.
Once again, hipster.
No,
it's a
don't.
shitty show.
But
I've heard nothing good about Arrow.
But Mike,
I loved it.
But Mike, but if someone would recommend you the show, between hey, you should watch a good show, or you're a fucking idiot, which one you would take?
Well, somebody calling me a fucking idiot's not something I'm really tolerant of. Sort of well, I'm not gonna listen.
Yeah,
to
well,
you.
you're also not Christian, and
I'm not gonna listen to you.
Christian's
if you're
kind
me a
of an
fucking
idiot.
And it's like, you should watch the show. You're a fucking idiot. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, you fucking idiot. Telling me what the fuck to do. Go fuck yourself. I've got taste. I can figure out my own shit.
I got shit.
Look, I told this motherfucker to watch that show like a year and a half ago, and I've been hounding his ass to watch it. So
Yeah, recently. I said
No,
like,
I've been telling you.
and it wasn't like a year and a half ago.
Yes, it was.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty fucking sure. It's been a while. I've been
How
telling
many
you.
fat Hispanics do you know? Or how many fat people do you know besides me?
I know a lot of fat people. You're my only fat Hispanic. You're my only fat Cuban. The only one I know that floated over here from Cuba.
What about the Flash show? I've been hearing good things about Flash.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's inherently tied down to Arrow. Their storylines are interconnected.
I say it right now. This motherfucker over
Or
here.
could you watch it on your own?
You would be lost if you just watched it by yourself.
This motherfucker right over here. He kept on like berating me. And calling me a fucking idiot for not watching Arrow. Which I said like, I
was trying to get you to do something for your own damn good and you weren't doing it.
And I said, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. And I did with Elisa from Dr. Netflix, as I already know, blah, 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 blah. And we did. We watched the first episode. I wanted to kill Nick. Because I'm like, this is what Nick wanted me to watch? This fucking bullshit? Mike, you have no idea what I went through.
No.
The entire fucking first season is the fucking ordeal of what I see myself.
I don't picture myself lasting very long.
This sucks! My God!
What's so bad about it? He's being over dramatic now.
No, I am not. It just sucks because it was just boring. It's like, here's the best way to describe it. It's like Gossip Girl and try to put some superhero element, but do it really badly.
Says the guy that watched Gossip Girl.
I don't watch Gossip Girl. I was forced to watch that bullshit.
So
and
you
I was
watched
saying,
it.
so you know what? I would say Gossip Girl. It's a much. Okay, let's put it this way. The first season of Arrow is complete shit. I'd rather watch Gossip Girl. At least with Gossip Girl, I can
You
find.
heard him, ladies and gentlemen. He would rather watch Gossip Girl.
It's produced by CW, not the highest, reputation for great production. But it's basically all CW produces is Gossip Girl. So,
You heard that, Christian? All the hipster thinks of CW
you're a
is
fucking
it's all
hipster. You know what? You're a fucking moron. I've sat and listened to your shitty reviews for long enough to realize you have crappy taste.
Crappy taste.
Fuck you.
We
Calling
barely
me a
watch
hipster.
the same things.
Exactly.
How can you call the reviews I do
No.
crappy?
I fucking sat with you and watched Big Bang Theory and listen to you talk like it's great, and I'm like, dude, it's fucking potato chips. It's not great. It's crap, but it tastes good.
Yeah, it's fun.
But you're like looking at it like it's a 4-course meal. Now, dude, it's fucking potato chips, man. It's fucking potato chips.
It's very mainstreamy. I never said it was.
You
a
can't
great-
tell the difference between quality and stuff that's just like comfort food that's unhealthy for you.
Mike, you know why I'm being silent? Because you're doing all good on your own.
Alright.
But I'm saying this right now. If I could, Mike, make a guideline to say, you know what, you should watch these episodes, so that way you have some kind of context.
Name the episodes. What numbers, man?
I don't know. Like I would say, if I could, I'm not going back to watch that again.
It's too much, man. It's too much.
I would say, you know what,
Well, they're
just
hour-long episodes, and there's like 24 of them.
Fuck
so.
it, there's an hour long.
and they're all 24 episodes, and
In the first season.
and Nick's entire thing, like, well,
24, 26.
the first season they find his grounding. I would agree to that through halfway of the season. Mad Men did kind of have that problem where, like, okay, it's trying to find some kind of footing into it. It's not catch me really on. And not until halfway to the season, which, is probably a 13 or 12 of a season of the first episode of the first season. So I'm like, okay, you know what? When I reached to the halfway point, I'm like, okay, now it started getting really good. Now you're actually captivating me. Arrow did not do that to me. I'm like, I'm bored. I just want to get through this. I'm really hoping that Flash TV show is really fucking good. I really hope that Arrow, it needs to do something good. It needs someone like Josh Whedon or someone who worked with Josh Whedon to know what the fuck they're doing to make it at least good. Season 2 it's like the biggest breath of fresh air you have. It's fun, exciting. Is there some dumb stuff in it?
But it makes up for it. Like the
Yeah.
whole Oliver's mom running for mayor of a city she was almost convicted of conspiring to destroy. Like, that's pretty fucking stupid. But then again,
Pretty much.
I miss my superheroes in cartoons. I think they were the best there. This live action shit's not. That's not enough for me.
I'll say this right now, Mike. Are you like, you don't? I'm just saying right now. Do you like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Angel or?
I like Angel somewhat.
Yeah, or even Smallville. I was saying.
I distrust Smallville.
Okay, well then, let me put it this way.
Yeah, I'm not big on the CW, and it's one of those things where like if they buy a show and they've sold their soul for it, I will watch that show. If they produce a show, I will not get anywhere fucking close to that thing.
I'm saying this right now. Just watch at least maybe 2 or 3 last episode of the first season of Arrow, and then just watch the entire the second season.
You're encouraging me to do 3 things that I will never friggin' do.
I know, but I say if you're going to, because the second season Arrow, I say, you know what, this is where like I feel like it becoming the show that I wanted to be. Like, okay, it has some really good shit going on. I'm saying right now, whatever Warner Bros. Is playing for like the whole DC cinematic universe, it's all gonna be bullshit. The best bet you have is with Arrow. I know that's like the most lowest. I know it's like the most lowest point.
No. Our best bet is Bruce Timm's darker version of the Justice League, which supposedly is in production. I have no idea if it is.
you mean the Batman and Superman movie starring?
No.
No.
That's potentially going to be crap.
No, I think
Potentially.
Yeah. No, I'm talking Bruce Timm, the guy that did the Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, Justice League
Oh, he's doing a
Green Lantern.
It's an animated series.
Yeah, it's a darker version of the Justice League. That is our best and greatest hope that will potentially come to Cartoon Network.
you know what? That sounds a whole lot better than what I saw from the first season. But like I say, the second season, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So you know what? This should... I said, it's like, oh my... This should have been the whole entire first season of it.
So basically they're saying skip the first season and just go to the second one.
That's what I'm saying, because the second season is so much fun. It's like, well, I'm like really enjoying it. Because the best way I could describe it, it feels like a 10-year-old trying to do this entire show. It's like a 10-year-old trying to juggle plates. That 10-year-old is going to miss all those fucking plates, except for that one of the first season. The 10-year-old already learns how to juggle plates now, and it's like, okay, you know what, it misses some things here and there, but it's good, it's solid, I absolutely enjoy it. I really want to watch The Flash because, well, The Flash is actually one of my favorite superheroes to read in the comic. It is, because...
That's a thing people have been saying to me recently, and I'm like, I've been into superheroes for a long time. Nobody has ever said that to me before.
Because The Flash is fun. I've
been through, like, there was a time Superman was big, then Batman was big. I don't think Green Lantern's ever really been that big, but this is the first time.
In comic book form, like...
Yeah, people like, they debate between the Lanterns. They're like, Hal Jordan's okay, the really annoying one, I don't know what the fuck his name is, dude with the red hair.
Guy Gardner.
People hate him, like him. I don't know if he's the original Deadpool asshole kind of character, but whatever.
Well,
I've seen all the episodes of The Flash up to date, and I like it. It's a good season. There's this sort of weird love triangle now between Felicity and the Flash and the Green Arrow. She really likes the Flash, but she's actually in love with the Green, or what is it? Oliver whatever his last name is.
Oliver Queen.
Yeah. I'm sorry. He's a Green Arrow.
Did they have the weird Green Arrow stuff, like the Green Arrow car, which is a giant arrow?
No.
See, I'm saying right now.
Green Arrow jet, which also is a giant arrow.
I'm saying right now, all those things would have made the entire first season much. You know what? You want to make that entire first season much better? Boxing glove arrow.
Oh, boxing glove arrow.
Yeah, that should have been. That would have been great. A boxing glove arrow. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I would like to see that.
Exactly.
No, but no, that's an interesting little thing. Plus, the boy or doing Flash or whatever. Apparently, he has this little crush on this girl that's he's known for years, and I thought it was unnecessary, but it's nice. It's fun.
Oh, and speaking of which, they're gonna make another spin-off of this entire universe. It's with Supergirl.
Ooh.
And it's not gonna be on the CW. It's gonna be on CBS, which is like the sister or whatever parenthood of the CW.
Of Warner Brothers, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it Supergirl in the 21st century or?
That's what that person is gonna be.
I want to see that.
I want to see Supergirl when she's with that team in the future. That's to me a greater storyline.
Let's take baby steps because we haven't really had a solid interpretation of Supergirl in live action anything.
Okay, again, this is being produced by Warner Brothers and CW, so I'm
well, it's on CBS. I mean, I know they're not saying much, but you know,
I don't even know the last show that was on CBS. It's on CBS now.
What?
What shows are on CBS now?
I don't know. I don't watch it.
Yeah, exactly. None of us watch it.
The Big Bang Theory.
That's on a few networks.
2.5. Well, actually, that's on the final season. 2.5 Men. C.S.N.
That makes sense. I mean, it hasn't been 2.5 Men for since the kid went through fucking puberty. He's been a full man for a while now.
And
that was weird though, but
yeah. So yeah, that's the same right now. If you really want to watch, I mean, it's one of the things that apparently everybody loves Arrow, including season 1 apparently. And if you want people who see yourself, I'm not too sure. I'm saying this. I'm recommending just watch just the 3 last episodes to get you all caught up, and that's all. And just straight out watching the second season. Because, like I said, that's your best bet of having a actually really good DC of something. Because they had one of the best versions of Deathstroke. I'm like, this is really fucking cool. I want to read some Deathstroke comics, and the fact that they made Deathstroke really fucking cool, in live action.
Are there Deathstroke comics? I know he's in with Suicide Squad and the 6 team. I don't know what it's called. I don't know if they made.
They do have a Suicide Squad in the Arrow.
Yes.
I know, but do they have independent comics for Deathstroke?
Well, yeah, at least back in the 90s, I think maybe 80s too. There was Marv Wolfman, and also, Deathstroke is kind of a pedophile. Because in the new Teen Titans, everybody knows if you watch the Teen Titan show, that was all kind of a bit kind of anime-ish. Not the one right now, the
real one,
the early 2000 one.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, see, the whole the plot line with the whole storyline with Tara joins the Teen Titans.
Yeah, and she's really Deathstroke's daughter, and
no. Well, see. In the comics, pretty much, I guess they kind of took some of the elements of that, except for the part that Tara is not Deathstroke's daughter, and they were sleeping together, and she was around maybe 16 or 17.
That's legal in the state of Florida.
Not unless you're under the age of 24.
And Tara, like, you know how, like, you know, in Tara, like, you know, she was, like, a kind of cool character, and, like, she had, like, a bit of a redeeming moment.
Yeah.
She was not in the comics at all.
So how was she sleeping with him?
Don't want to know. Like, she was, like, this particular Tara, like, she was nothing like she was in the Teen Titans show. She was, like, a kind of crazy person, if you will.
Cool.
I mean, if anything, it's probably one of the things that, like, you know, if you read it, it's probably done tremendously well in the comics compared to, like, you know, if someone would handle it. Because I heard, like, you know, they did, the Marv Wolfman and George Perez, like, running Teen Titans was, like, the best. At least they're, like, during the 80s. So yeah, Nick.
Okay.
I dropped the mic. Try to pick it up.
Fuck you, you wouldn't watch the show. I was telling you to watch it. I had to do something to light a fire under your ass.
You did, in the most negative way possible.
Enjoy that. Next time you'll listen to me the first time I say something. I don't like
No,
to
I
do
won't. You're going to be pissed off all... Next time I'll be like...
Now I'm going to ruin another series for you.
Okay.
Maybe next time I'll actually give you spoilers.
Okay, go for it. Like what? Well, go!
Well, no, not right now, but, okay, what next do we have to bullshit over?
Well, I don't know, like, anything else you've been up to? Anything else you watch?
Well, I haven't been enjoying a lot of the shows on, I do love, Gotham. I love that series.
I heard it's a pretty good show. And
It's nice, dark, and edgy, suspenseful. The plots are pretty...
silly?
No, obvious, but it's still fun to watch.
That's one of the shows I've been kind of wanting to watch, but it's like, you know what, I'm going to wait. It's going to probably be on Netflix, and I'd rather wait for that. And, you know, I heard it's
on Hulu right now, and that's how I've been watching it, but I love it. Fantastic, great show.
And also I heard, you know, it got renewed, you know, which is... It's like, I hope it gets renewed. I hope it gets renewed because it's on Fox. I heard great things.
Yeah, Fox has a history.
And, well, I don't know if you're interested, but I heard, like, you know, Constantine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's just called Hellblazer in NBC. I heard it's really good, but I heard they're going to cancel it. But, well, not cancel it. They're going to move into, like, sci-fi.
Oh.
Which I'm really hoping they do because I heard that show is really fucking good.
Ooh.
And it's based off of Hellblazer, which I only read the first 6 issues of it, but I fucking love that comic, and I hope they continue with it.
Well, it's called Constantine, so.
Well, no, it's called Hellblazer.
No, the show.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, I thought it was called Hellblazer.
No.
Okay. Mike.
Yeah.
See, you've been quiet over there.
Yeah, okay. Show news and stuff that kind of bothers me. They canceled Black Dynamite, the animated show, which I'm kind of sad about. But
you love those ridiculous blaxploitation Adult Swim shows.
It's a blaxploitation movie made by black people. It's entertaining. Come on. It actually makes real criticism of current life.
Yeah, you had that with
the Boondocks. And
except they kicked Aaron Gruder. Well, they put restrictions on Aaron Magruder, and then they kicked him off his own show. So.
Yeah, which, you know, season 4.
He wasn't even there for season 4.
I know that's why I said season 4.
Like all the people were fired by season, I think 2 or 3.
3 because at least by season 3.
Yeah, whenever it went over the madhouse.
With the exception to I forgot to do, but he was there like I guess most of the beginning with Aaron McGruder, and like it's like he's was writing for like like pretty much every single episodes of the season for the Boondocks, and it sucks. Like it wasn't not that funny.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Except for some parts like here and there, but other than that, it's like wow, like you try to make this as something that is not, and
yeah, I really loved the Boondocks. I mean, it was really an interesting show just because it was going at everyone. It was making fun of everyone and the real racial undertones that do exist in society.
Well, for season 1 it was. Then it became like every other show.
no,
it got substantially sillier in the second season, but it still maintained it, and
it stopped criticizing white people in the second season, which was kind of really depressing. Because it was like, come on.
Whoa.
I'm white, so maybe I just didn't notice.
No, like Onceler's dad, who was like the main villain in the first season, all of a sudden isn't there. Huey, not as political as he was before. So it just comes about like rappers being silly.
But at the same time, though, like at least it was still kind of like being like conscious of like. I
think Aaron McGruder was doing his best with the restrictions that he was given. I mean, they certainly didn't want the show back. Sony isn't gonna go to task to help you. It's Sony.
Well, apparently now Sony cannot say Sony anymore. Which
they're still a production company. They're just North Korea hates their guts and is trying to destroy them, which you don't have to work hard to do. Apparently.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I really enjoyed the interview.
Which you can find that, by the way, on Dr. Netflix on our YouTube show.
I enjoyed it too. The music was great, and the actor that plays Kim Jong-un, amazing.
Oh yeah, very much fun.
I like the second half a lot more than the first half. I mean,
the interview.
Yeah, which like I said.
I describe it as a stoner movie without any actual stoning.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Which
I thought it was definitely worth almost starting the war with North Korea.
It was.
We would never feel it over here, but they would feel it for one brief, very hot second.
We're not going to bomb North Korea. We give them food just to keep them alive.
No, we don't.
We do. We send them food.
They don't accept.
No, they do accept it. They just keep it in a back room and sell it to their people.
Now, I want to say this right now, because I wish Saul was here so that I could be like, aha, to him, but I can't. Because he gave me that kind of look of where like, man, you're crazy, Christian. You're crazy.
What are you crazy about?
See, months. Well, shit, it's almost, it's going to be close to a year ago, Nick. It was close to a year ago that I proclaimed that Marvel was going to get back the Spider-Man movie rights back.
That finally happened?
I'm getting to that. I proclaimed this. There was some evidence to it. And then we all, of course, know what happened with the whole Korean, hacking to Sony, which a lot of emails, and my God.
Yeah.
Kind of screwed the pooch a lot more. And then, guess what happened? Because the fact that, like, the Amazing Spider-Man movies didn't make as much, Marvel gains back the Spider-Man movie rights. Who made this prediction? Who did? Did I the first one who saw it? I the one who said, you know what? It's bound to happen. I feel like it's going to come sooner. I feel like it's about to. I can feel it in my bones.
I said that when they made the reboot of it.
Now here's the real question: did they get Fantastic Four back from Fox?
Well, Fantastic Four has a long, sad history of live action.
Which, to be fair, at least like the whatever thing they're making, whatever.
It can't be the worst one they've made.
And the trailer, it looks pretty cool so far. And that's all I can say. Like, it looks pretty cool so far. I mean,
CG, too much CG.
But Nick, we're losing our focus here. Marvel gained back Spider-Man. It gained back Spider-Man.
Did they make like a giant public announcement?
Oh yeah, they did.
Did Stan Lee have a happy little moment where he thought about all the money he was going to now make from the movies that were going to...
Maybe. You know what? I think...
Yeah, because what we need to do is reboot the Spider-Man movie franchise again.
But you know what? It's in the hands of Marvel, and I say, you know what?
Look, Marvel is going to like... Marvel is now Disney, and Disney will do what Disney does forever.
With every license.
Yeah, they will produce as many things as it possibly can until it burns everything to the ground.
Well, you know what? I'm saying that to be fair, everything has actually been pretty good. And I say, you know what? You can tell. You can tell. I say, you know what? Everything been pretty good. You know, Winter Soldier, one of the best films of 2014.
That was a good film.
I say, well, you know, generally the films I have seen, you know what? That was one of the best films.
What was it competing against?
That's a good point.
True. But you know what? I mean, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy, and let's think about that. You know, it had a talking raccoon. It has a talking raccoon. That's all you just saying. It's like, it sounds kind of bullshit, but I have to watch it. Is it at least good enough? And guess what? It was really fucking good. It was fun. It was funny.
It was funny. Come on, it was funny.
Exactly.
I mean, you're giving out the good, I think, really too easily. Because it basically was a clip of, like, a lot of cliche stuff. Like I was saying...
You know what, second time watching it, I say, you know what, it feels like more of a satire of, like, making fun of those kind of, like, those things.
Yeah, but only with more plot holes and unexplained meaning.
Like what?
Like, the guy that, for some reason, wants a, stone, one of the Infinity Stones, but...
You mean that collector?
Yeah, and he's too lazy to go to the unprotected planet to get it himself. And then, again, the great and powerful, whatever the fuck the purple guy is.
Thanos?
Yes, who, again, really ultra strong, could himself go out and get the same stone, doesn't, turns to the, whatever the fuck the judge dude is, who, at any point, could kill any member.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, it would be really easy with that huge warship and the armada and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't really be hard to go in and just get that stone by himself. I mean...
Yeah, like, at any point, any of these people could have done it themselves. They needed none of the other person.
Yeah, it really didn't have... It was hidden, I guess, but
Not
maybe
really,
there was some...
it's in public.
Well, like the stone itself? Well,
maybe it was, like, hidden. It is...
Yeah,
nobody
like...
knew where it was.
Look, if the moron who, whatever the fuck the main character
And how do you know Thanos was not looking for it, like, all this time? Because it seemed like you kind of assumed, like, you know, yeah, you know, Thanos, he wasn't really looking for it. Like, maybe he was. I mean, that's kind of like his... Well, I want to say he's... I haven't read the Infinity Gauntlets, but let's just presume that, like, he has been at least looking for these fucking gems.
Look, at a film level, the way it's shot, and it's just a shameless way to get him into the movie. It's just like, hey, we sort of tagged this in the fuck, what are they? Iron Man people, Avengers.
You mean the Avengers?
Yeah. We showed this in the Avengers movie. We have to put this in this movie to at least show it.
I didn't feel like it was shameless. It was the fact, like...
He just sort of sits in a chair and doesn't do anything. It's just stupid filming. It's meaningless. There's no fucking point to it.
Okay. I think you're thinking as a kind of, like... Here the best way...
You know what? I'm going to have to kind of side with Mike here on this. Because I had a similar... Green Arrow situation. Like, everybody built this movie up and like, oh, it's okay, it was fun, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't Iron Man, it certainly wasn't Captain America.
And you're right on those things, but if
it was better than Thor, but
I think it was a lot more better than Thor: The Dark World.
It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie, and
you've rewatched The Dark World and you didn't really think much of it, did you?
I liked the Thor: The Dark World, but I still think the first Thor movie for me was a lot more better than that. For me, it was. And I say this right now.
Oh, no, I've watched Dark World. I mean, the villain, really not a lot of character development right there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
But
It's a buddy movie between pretty much Thor and his brother Loki, but it's silly.
I'm saying this right now. We're all thinking like Guardians of the Galaxy as like a.
Look, it's fun. That's it. It's
I
fun.
know.
It's like a carnival ride.
I'm
Don't
saying.
think about it too much.
No. I'm agreeing with you full-heartedly. But the thing is saying, well, Thanos this and that. It's like, well, you're not thinking as like an act. You think as a standalone movie. You're not thinking as like, well, a cinematic universe of a movie where it's kind of like, well, it's kind of like a comic book if you read it. It all connect into one and the other, and somehow it all gonna make sense in the end. I'm not saying right now for us it's like seems kind of dumb, seems kind of forced.
You're giving credit where credit just seemingly isn't there.
Let me just. I think we should still the one thing we should just discuss about is Marvel's Phase 3, and I have the list.
What?
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. Now I want to at least talk about more Marvel Phase 3 because I was getting into the whole like Spider-Man. Marvel finally got the right back to Spider-Man. Now, after like Ant-Man, which that's going to be like the last of the Phase 2, we have Captain America: Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Spider-Man, Thor: Ragnarok, Avengers: Infinity War Part 1, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Avengers: Infinity War Part 2, then the Inhumans. Now, what I want to know is
The Inhumans?
the Inhumans.
Okay, let's start that list over again with Captain America. Like,
Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah,
okay, next.
Doctor Strange.
I want to see this. I think they can do that right.
And what I've heard, like
I like the Captain America movie.
Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be Doctor Strange.
Well,
Cool.
Well, can he do the Brooklyn accent though?
No, I mean,
We're going to find out, aren't we?
Yeah.
well, usually, British people are good with that shit.
No, British people sound British.
Not like British people, like they sound like well, from what I can tell, like most of them have really good like American accents.
I guess. I don't know, but he has a very specific voice. That's the weird thing about it.
I want to see this. No.
I would love a great Doctor Strange, movie because he's a great character. I wonder if they're gonna do it the way the classic comic is, where he's walking through the story, or if he's actually.
I'm trying to get the difference between Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel, if any.
Boobs. Very large.
No, but isn't like the Captain Marvel they're going to be making supposed to be like female?
I
Yeah.
Therefore, difference.
But
The difference is boobs.
but in a sense of like what is the real difference between one and the other, I'm not too sure. I mean, Nick, let me put it this way. I know most of the things in Marvel, but I don't know a whole lot about. Like, what's the difference between Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel? Wow. I mean, could be the same, could be not.
You're supposed to know this shit. Mike, you...
Me?
Yeah.
What's your excuse to do all this?
What's my excuse? Well, shit, I don't even really... Those are like third-rate characters. I can ask people, but I honestly, off the top of my head, other than the boobs thing, I got nothing.
And
No, I just heard a backstory, like, okay, this is cool.
I just realized I should have made a disclaimer because, like, I mean, these, pretty much what I'm reading off here right now, these are, like, these are the films that are going to come out, but I don't know if this is the exact, order of, like, I know for a fact that, Captain America Civil War, that'll be the first one to be coming out.
Have they released the Civil War trailer yet?
Nope. That's probably coming either
I
out.
don't think it's even in film yet. Is it filming yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know for a fact there's like a clip with both like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers together.
Yeah, and they're all like pissed off at each other or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I heard they showed a teaser trailer at Comic-Con or something, and everybody's like balls to the wall over it. And like, you know what? I want to see what this is about. Like, really, they're gonna tease us with the teaser trailer.
They've been doing that for a very long time, Nick. Like they did that with like the Daredevil like TV show that's coming on Netflix. Like, they're teasing us. It's like the teaser for the actual teaser of the trailer.
Yeah, but you can't even tell what's going to be going on because you don't even see the commercial like advertised to us. Son of a bitch. I don't know about Ant-Man. I had high hopes, but
I like the character of Ant-Man.
I don't know the character of Ant-Man, so.
Well, I mean, the suit's interesting. That's the one thing, because he doesn't have a lot of great drawing, as in design-wise, and then you look at the suit, and he's like, oh yeah, he's kind of interesting.
And also gonna be like a different Ant-Man. It's not gonna be Hank Pym.
No, they got rid of Pym.
No, like Hank Pym is gonna be in it, but like
it's the new guy.
It's the character from Irredeemable Ant-Man.
Dude, the guy that steals the suit, that guy. That's what they're building the movie off of.
But you do realize that like it's not gonna be like the exact same like comic line. Like it's kind of the same thing when
Is he gonna be a criminal jackass?
I don't know. It's gonna be comical. That's all I know.
No,
which is kind of like, okay, I can see being comical because it's called Ant-Man.
The great thing about Ant-Man is Hank Pym is a very ethical human being. He's so ethical that he basically, after screwing up, he develops this like counter personality, which is Yellow Jacket, and he becomes his own worst enemy. And that's a great story.
Oh.
Ant-Man trying to hunt down Yellow Jacket, and he's the actual person he's looking for.
Okay, that's an interesting concept.
I mean, if the movie is about that, it's great.
Well, all I know is that like, okay, well, it's not gonna be Hank Pym. It's gonna be this particular Ant-Man, and I know in fact it's gonna be mostly a comedy, since like Edgar Wright is also one of the writers.
Who?
Edgar Wright.
What did you write before?
He directed and wrote Shaun of the Dead. He also wrote and directed Hot Fuzz.
God damn it! Why?
The Cornello guy.
Why did they give him Ant-Man?
Yeah, but at the same time though, like they gave James Gunn, who wrote and directed Slither. Who also he wrote the remake of Dawn of the Dead. He also wrote and directed Super.
Why did they give him?
Oh, I love
Guardians
that
of the Galaxy. They gave him that.
Well, to be fair, I didn't expect much from Guardians of the Galaxy, and
I loved Super. That was a fucking awesome.
And also with Captain America: Winter Soldier, it's pretty much the guys who directed it. They directed it like dramas and comedy. So I give it to you this.
yeah.
At what point do you say to yourself like, I don't trust in Marvel, both in Marvel and DC anymore? It's like,
Yeah.
I think at this point they kind of know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, I have a bit of a skeptical to this.
My attitude is, they're picking directors, basically how Hollywood picks directors. People that can fill seats. So
But at the same time though, like the two guys who directed Captain America: Winter Soldier, I never heard of them.
Yeah,
I don't know who the fuck they
I
are.
like the previous Captain America more, and I love the direction work that the guy that
Bite your tongue. Look,
shut up.
I thought the first one was awesome, and so did Christian. Screaming and singing in the fucking movie theater.
Okay.
That was the greatest.
Right.
We're in a theater full of super nerds, and we're sitting next to the nerdiest one.
It's a setup movie. There's not much in it, but the dude got everything right. I can't be mad at it.
And Captain America: Winter Soldier, like, well, what are you thinking? Well, you know what? Let's get a general thought. Captain America: Winter Soldier, like, what do you think of it?
I like the scene where what's his name? Samuel L. Jackson gets attacked in his car.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And then he does the fake death thing, and then he comes back. Love that stuff. The rest of it, it's just generic action movie.
I'm sorry, but I loved the whole film. I thought it was a really good film. Just great superhero movie.
I didn't feel like it was a superhero movie. I thought it was like a spy film throughout the whole...
Man.
Yeah, that's the thing. It really was sort of a spy film,
Yeah, the introduction of Falcon was really just... Dude, come on. Give him more.
I thought it was
I liked that. I really enjoyed the introduction of Falcon.
Really?
Because the thing is, it really wasn't so much a Captain America movie as it was a S.H.I.E.L.D. movie. And Captain America is caught up in it. I loved how he's... the fish out of water thing he's got going on, and the friendship that he forms with the Falcon, and then how everything blossoms out of that.
I like, his story arc is okay, and of course, the development that has to happen in the film.
And I gotta
That's decent too, but if it was just a regular action film, that would also still be there. But
it wasn't. It was Captain America, which it had a spy theme throughout the whole movie.
It was... I didn't expect that. I certainly didn't, and it worked so well. And he still got to be the superhero in it. He was still the superhuman, battling another superhuman too.
I'll be the first one to say that was the one movie that I don't want to fuck up Captain America Winter Soldier, because I love for what I read of the run of Edward Baker's run of Captain America. That's what it was, an espionage of a comic book. That's what the entire thing. And I thought they were gonna fuck it up, or at least not fuck it up, but at least make it into a action of a blow up of a movie. They did not. They kind of kept that tone really well into the entire film. Like, wow, I'm so surprised at this, and it was a great film. I'm saying right now, Captain America: Civil War, which I'm assuming that Spider-Man is going to be in it.
I guess I don't know.
Because it's based on the Civil War plot line where Spider-Man it's pretty much where you have Iron Man where he's going on we all need to register all the superheroes and have them all be identified for all this, and you have Captain America no, they all need to have their mask off whatsoever. They people have lives and what have you, and pretty much it was a civil war. You have the people who are the unmasked people, you have the people who are the masked people against each other. Although that kind of started a whole trending of comic books thing where, superhero versus superheroes against each other, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's real easy for Iron Man to say, you should all have your, be out in the open, when he has his own personal security staff.
And in fact, he's, clearly Iron Man.
Yeah, he's got a ton of armors that can kill everyone. Yeah.
And now, now after Doctor Strange, we have Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Then, pretty much after the Marvel gained back Spider-Man, yes, they come out with their own Spider-Man movie.
Really?
Really. Which, I heard it kind of moved back some movies they wanted to do, Black Panther and Captain Marvel, because I think I
want a good Black Panther movie.
Are we gonna have to sit through another Spider-Man origin movie?
You know what? I think it's the one time. If like I said, Marvel is doing it, and so you know what? It's not Sony. I think Marvel's. You know what? We know what works. We know what doesn't. We've seen this entire origin story. If they could do I wish I heard this sounds like a brilliant kind of idea where do an up kind of thing where you show 5 or 10 minutes, not much dialogue, we see everything that happens through and through, and just in 5 or 15 minutes you get all that, and that's it. If Marvel do something like that, kind of say what they did with the Incredible Hulk. You got.
I just don't want web shooters. I want actual web organs or whatever from the first movies.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Web shooters. those little web guns like this.
Yeah, the comics are based on web shooters. He was
Fuck
using
the
web
comics.
shooters for 50 years,
Well,
and then all of a sudden they make a
to
movie.
be
and it's
fair,
Stars Guild.
to be fair,
That movie sucked because of that, man.
what?
It did.
What? Which one?
The first one they did with where they just break from character.
So what he's saying is that Amazing Spider-Man is the greatest movie ever made.
2, the Doc Ock one, the puppetry on his whatever those things are, the arms.
Yeah, but
Those are great.
No, Mike, you're saying right now that Amazing Spider-Man movies are the greatest movies you have ever seen in your entire life.
No.
Yeah,
Not even
you
close.
you just said.
No.
Because you.
I believe I can edit that to make you say that.
Because they have web shooters. They have the web shooters.
No, I mean, updating it to have web shooters makes it actually accurate with what the mythology has been for 50 freaking years.
There have been plenty of scenarios where he had frickin' he shot from his actual wrists. So
With web shooters, there is the mutation stories where he becomes the 6-armed Spider-Man. He becomes the giant spider.
I missed that one.
Okay.
No, you know what I want to see? I want to see a Shattered Dimensions series. Just
They have the video game. Why would you need a series?
because
fuck
it, why not?
The new Spider-Man dedicated, new Spider-Man animated show dedicated like 5 episodes to that. You can watch that.
Well, also to be kind of fair, like Ultimate Spider-Man did kind of have the, and it is on the comics. So, Mike, it's in the comics. It's in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Look,
They didn't have the web shooters in Ultimate Spider-Man, and
let 'em
Ultimate Spider-Man is one of the best runs from Brian Michael Bendis.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. And after Spider-Man, there's Thor Ragnarok.
Who knows? We'll have to see.
I feel it's a 50-50. Like, I feel that there could be.
They've been improving it, but not as much as I'd like. The first one was okay. The second one was better.
You need all the Kirby stuff for Thor. You need all the weird Kirby landscapes, which I don't know why they're not building.
Like I said, it could change. All of this could change whatsoever. Because after Thor Ragnarok, there's Avengers: The Infinity War, which they're gonna finally have Thanos. And it is part 1. Kind of split it to 2 parts. Which, between that, you're going to have, Black Panther and also Captain Marvel.
I'm interested. Well, I just want them to do a good Black Panther movie.
Let's just do ourselves a little fan question here. Who do we want to see added into the Avengers lineup?
Well,
what do we want to see to improve the collection here? I want to see War Machine added to the Avengers, and I want to see Black Widow. I want her own movie.
You know what? That's what I really want. I want a Black Widow movie. After I still want that.
Black Widow wouldn't that just be a spy movie?
Exactly. Why not?
Yeah, it worked great with freaking Winter Soldier. Fuck you.
You too.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you and your asshole. No, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Well, yes.
But yeah, a Black Widow movie that's a spy movie. Fuck yeah, I would love that. If it's one thing I say about Marvel movies, they're all not the same whatsoever.
No, you want to talk about Black Widow? I want the next Spider-Man movie to have Black Widow in it. The trans-dimensional Black Widow from the series. That's super weird. You don't know why she's there or what she's doing, except she's communicating with Peter for some reason. I want to see that just for and you know what? I want the woman that was in Harry Potter. What's her name?
Which one? There's a million.
The one that plays the old headmaster girl woman.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh.
The main witch that shows up as a cat.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah. She's like a big deal. She becomes the headmaster after Dumbledore is killed.
Sure.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck you.
You want her as what character?
Huh?
You want her as what character added to the Avengers?
This Black Widow, the trans-dimensional woman that always sits on that little spider thing.
Oh, you mean Spider Queen? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Spider Queen.
That was her name? I thought it was.
Yeah, it's like Madame Arachna or something.
You know how I want to be added to Avengers? Spider Pig.
Spider Pig.
And you know what?
Spider Pig is actually really badass.
I actually did kind of find out there actually is an actual Spider Pig. That's
there it is.
Wait, in the Marvel universe?
Yes, Spider Pig, and he makes fun of every other character. It's really
his name is Peter Porker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are just fucking.
No, I'm not. Like I heard about
those are the jokes directly out of the Simpsons movie. Like I'm not going to believe either of you until you can put proof in front of me.
I want to. You know what? I want to see Peter Porker with also Howard the Duck. I want that.
That is that would shatter Captain America: The Winter Soldier or Civil War.
That would just shatter everything.
Oh, that would be.
You know what? That would be like the greatest ending to like the entire Infinity War. You see Howard Doctor go like, "Hey, what's up?" It's like, "What?"
Pops up, kicks him in the nuts with his flat feet, like.
Just grab the Infinity Gauntlet and just go, BAM!
Just drop the mic. Fuck you. What do you think of that? Howard the Duck just beat Thanos.
I want that now.
Like, that would probably be awful, and so many people would get pissed off, but it would be so awesome at the same time.
I approve of this. I want to say that. And, yeah, like, after, like, Infinity War Part 2, Inhumans. Who are the humans? Oh.
No, what? I don't know, but, no, what are the things you guys want?
What?
Well, I mean, it's... As of right now, I'm perfectly satisfied for where this entire thing is going. Like they, like I want to, like, maybe that I kind of want, Daredevil to be in the entire cinematic universe. They come out with a Daredevil show, and I read like Frank Miller run on Daredevil. It's fucking great. I say, you know what? This is kind of preparing me for like the Daredevil show that's coming out on Netflix. I can't wait to fucking watch it now.
Yeah, I mean, reboot the Daredevil series because there was so much potential in the movie. There really was. I mean, aside from Jennifer Garner. The more I think about it, I really dislike Jennifer Garner.
Hey, at least Ben Affleck got a wife out of it.
But no, it was.
And
I
a much
like
better
Ben
career.
Affleck. I think he'll do good as the next Batman if he doesn't have a shitty script. And if we learned anything from Man of Steel, that I don't think there's a lot of promising
of the fact, like, it's directed that Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice could be directed by Zack Snyder, who also the same man who directed Man of Steel, which him and fucking David S. Goyer, who was the writer for all the Dark Knight trilogy, they both changed the original ending to it, which originally Zod was going to be inside the Phantom Zone. And that was it. There was not going to be no big climactic battle. It's going to be like, he's in the Phantom Zone, and that'll be it. But they changed all that.
So the original script was for
if anything,
what's his name? The father. I don't know. Kent. The I don't know.
Jonathan Kent.
Yeah. So the original script did call for him to be a total douchebag, and for Superman to be a whiny little emo, and kind of a douchebag also. Like, there are some characters that need to be made angsty to make them more interesting.
Not
Batman,
Superman.
I would rank as one of those.
Not Superman.
Not Superman.
And you know what? I'm saying
that was a train wreck.
Fuck that Man of Steel movie. because you had a great imperfect story of Superman. It's called Superman Secret Origins, and it's a great story.
You can do stuff with Superman to change him up. You can highlight, because there is a personality there. There's been so many covers of him. There is a personality you can pick, and you can make him interesting. I mean, just look at The Death of Superman. He has that little monologue about him having to be careful all the time because he doesn't want to break anyone. And that's an interesting concept. Let that be his struggle. The struggle to understand and control his power and to figure out exactly what is the right thing to do. That's something everyone can relate to because it's a fucking hard question to answer.
No, you're not supposed to relate to Superman.
You know what? No. You know what? Here's a better thing about... And I'm trying to think is in Secret Origins. It's just the fact that, like, people, it pretty much in Metropolis, they need somebody to look up to. Look up to Lex Luthor because, he's rich, he'll give you all these magical things and whatnot. And in the last issue, Superman just goes like, you all gotta look towards yourself. Don't look towards me. I'm just a superhero, dude.
Superman's supposed to represent the best qualities possible.
And you can do that by having him struggle to find out what those are. He's the best qualities, but that doesn't mean they have to be easy answers.
I liked All-Star Superman, where he had to struggle, like, he's really, really super powerful, but he has to struggle with, like, human things, like...
And also the fact, like, he's dying.
Dies, like, he could stop his dad, he could save his dad's life, but he had to do something and save the world instead of saving his dad. And he has to make those hard decisions. Like, he's got ultimate power. But, if he uses it and mismanages that ultimate power...
Yeah, there's a story there. There's a concept. There's a character.
And you know what? I'm going to say right now, fuck... I can keep saying fuck when I say this. You know what? You know what's the best part of... Like, one of the best part of, like, All-Star Superman is... You know what? That's probably, like, one of the single greatest moments of just telling Superman just ever. Is this one chick... apparently, her therapist...
The suicide girl?
Yeah, the suicide girl. She's gonna cut it.
That was that great. Come on.
I thought it was a great moment, and I'm gonna say this right now. She's gonna commit suicide. The fact, her therapist, I guess her therapist wasn't able to pick up because, well, apparently...
Well, no. Superman was fighting some monster which disrupted train or public transit. So he's talking to her, he's trying to get to her to stop her from committing suicide. He's talking to her on the phone, and it's not going well, and she's about to jump off of a building, and then Superman kind of like floats down and sort of has a conversation with her.
And you say, hey, you know what? Your therapist was, and you should think of your life.
No, I read that, and I just thought, how could this be really funny? And I'm like,
it's not funny. It's
no, it would be funny if she jumped off, Superman grabbed her,
what
put
a nice
her right
guy,
back up, and then she just kept trying to commit suicide. He's just like, nope, not happening. Sorry.
I like that. I like that.
But
actually.
But the serious mode to that is the fact that, you know what, Superman would pretty much risk he was doing his best to save everybody, even the one person. Is what, you have a purpose in life, live that life. This Superman, this Man of Steel.
That's
fuck
Superman telling you to like be great. Like, come on.
Yeah,
he's born
Superman
great.
is not. This Man of Steel is not any of the
things.
Any real good characters.
He's not all the things we're talking about. He's not, and I swear, Man of Steel is a representation of just New 52. It's depressing. It want to be dark. It want to do this. It want to do that.
Talk about
they
character.
were doing that back in the Watchmen days, and then thank God the Superman series came out and rejuvenated the series, because then you had good Superman back versus Superman dying constantly or being evil and all that crap.
But New 52 just sucks.
Everything now is darker.
Okay, let's get back on track here.
Well, yeah, we're talking about Marvel. Which, to kind of get into what I was saying before, I'm satisfied with what I have right now. Like, they give me Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. Fuck yeah, give me Daredevil. They give me Daredevil. they're gonna have like a little Defender like mini series with, apparently Legislator's gonna be in it. I'm all good.
Who's gonna be in it?
It's gonna have an immortal Iron Fist. I'm like, I'm all good with all of this.
Okay.
I'm good with everything. Like I don't,
Is that robot guy that can phase through things? He's basically
Vision.
Yeah.
Vision is gonna be in the Avenger movie.
Oh, all right, cool.
Jeez, everybody's gonna be in there.
Good with that.
Even like some characters, I'm like, wait, they're gonna bring, Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch into the Avengers movie? Okay, well.
Yeah, I want to.
Really?
It would have been nice if they got their own movies, but.
Wait, what does Magneto's kids have to do with the Avengers?
Well, the fact that they're like, I guess the two primary, especially the Scarlet Witch. The Scarlet Witch is a prime character in the Avengers, in the Avenger comics, and I think also also Quicksilver, like he's been an Avenger member also, and also wish from I heard that like Quicksilver, he's kind of the public domain of Marvel.
Oh, really?
Really, it's just one of the things that you cannot, you cannot say specific things here and there about like Quicksilver, like both from Fox and also from Marvel and also Disney. Kind of a specific thing like what they're doing with the character in whatever movie. And like I said, I'm at this moment right now, I'm perfectly fine just the way how it is.
Okay. You got any requests?
For Marvel?
Yeah. What? How?
I'd like to see a Savage Land movie, like maybe Wolverine, like stranded in the Savage Land.
For the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
But Wolverine is not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay, whatever. Somebody in Savage Land. You just have a Savage Land, frickin' any of the characters that live in the Savage Land.
I put my hands up and I say, I don't know.
I don't know what it is either.
Savage Land is this prehistoric part of Earth.
Like, I know that part I much know about, but, other than that, I'm like, you're talking foreign to me here.
Okay, whatever. I mean, explore the full potential of the Marvel universe, I had Monster Island.
So you want Marvel in dinosaur times, essentially.
Not dinosaur times, but I mean it's modern times, but with dinosaurs.
I think I kind of get like a.
Well, they had that. It was on Sci-Fi called Primeval New World, and it was awesome. And they haven't made any new episodes because it probably wasn't picked up for a second season.
Okay, well.
But it was awesome. Primeval New World.
No, but I'd love to see the struggles of the Savage Land because your struggle is survival. You're dealing with witches. You're dealing with mutants.
Well, fantastic. Let's get back on the actual.
Actually, you know what? If that was into a TV show, I don't mind.
Yeah, it was called Primeval New World.
I don't think you have enough money in a TV show to do it properly. That's my issue with it. Because it's just
disagree.
Well, you have to build dinosaurs and to do them properly, and yeah.
They can do some good CGI. Look, I'll show you the show.
I don't want it to just be CGI. I want some practical effects thrown in there.
Yeah, we all would.
That's why I want a movie.
It would be so nice if we could just have practical effects, wouldn't it?
Well,
like everyone
practical
here is,
effects mixed with CG done
yeah,
well.
I mean, technically that would, like Guardian of the Galaxy, it was a mix of both CG and practical effects.
Yeah,
hardly.
that's the best way to do things.
Rocket Raccoon and Groot were both still completely CGI, so.
Yeah.
They did have some practical effect backgrounds, and that I appreciated, at least.
Yeah.
Proper backgrounds.
Yeah,
They're actually in an environment, they're not in front of a green screen.
Or a blue screen, having the director sitting on his ass.
Screens. There are blue screens.
So that would be nice, but.
Like I said, I'm still up, like, there's something here that I'm just conscious by is like, so you're gonna end phase 2 with Ant-Man. And you know what? That may be just the joke of it. The fact, like, you're going to end it with Ant-Man. That is how could be the joke of entirely of that.
Are you, like, not respecting Ant-Man now?
No, it's just... Okay, it's just the fact, like, you have the Avengers, and after, you're going to end it with Ant-Man.
What's wrong with Ant-Man?
There's nothing wrong with it, but, like, But you compare, like, a bunch of superheroes. It's not just one superhero, not just, two. You have, like... 6 or 8 or 10 superheroes against like in a fleet in armada of armies of Ultrons of robotic and it's like compared to Ant-Man.
Ant-Man helped develop Ultron.
Well, no, actually Tony Stark would be like they kind of changed that around now that like, Tony Stark is the one who built Ultron.
Okay, fine. Throw out Professor Pym's research and greatness and just make him a side character that's Mocker.
And like I said, you're gonna end. That's the one part. Just to me, I'm just kind of iffy about. Like,
look, they're either gonna deliver a good Ant-Man movie or they're gonna deliver a silly Ant-Man movie, and I hope it's a good movie because there's a lot of room there to do great stuff with Ant-Man. I love Ant-Man.
Like I said, that's the only one part is iffy about. Just ending on that.
I just want to see what they do with Ant-Man. Really, like. He's not mainstream, and I'm cool with bringing in the lesser known titles, but
I mean he's a very ethical character. That's his strong suit.
They're not doing that, so
yeah. Well, I don't know.
Throw that plan out of the window.
He's not ethical. He's just a action hero that shrinks. Unless they're gonna go with the other one where he shrinks, he can become giant, and then he I don't know. Hangs out with wasps all day.
What are they doing with Paul Rudd?
I don't see how he's going to be effective or useful.
Because
the whole just shrinking down and then getting...
Because he's a scientist. That's what he's an explorer. He's not really like a fighter. Well, he kind of is, but
You know what? Maybe they are like kind of good runs with Ant-Man. Like I said, the only one. I mean, you have like pretty much the 60s stuff, and also the only one I heard and at least kind of known about is the irredeemable Ant-Man, where like it's like the one dude who like kind of stole like Ant-Man technology is, and it played more for laughs, and it's written by Robert Kirkman.
Well, we'll see when it comes out. No, what I want to see is, I want to see a Black Widow movie. And I want to see, what's his name? The Iron Man clone.
War Machine?
War Machine. I want to see War Machine as an Avenger.
They're just going to do all this eventually.
Yeah, but I want to see it now.
They're just being childish and impatient.
But
yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, literally, there's no reason not to have War Machine in there.
I mean, he's probably just going to be like a background character eventually.
Yeah, but no, it's like you can have him in there. Why have Tony Stark in there, but not War Machine? Because honestly, War Machine he's got his shit together a little bit more.
You're kind of Tony's friend. I mean.
Yeah, and he's better fit for the job.
Because he's military and he's been trained to do it.
No, because he's not a reckless nut job.
Also, his suit has a lot more weapons. So.
That's true. He also has more weapons.
Oh yeah, but like who you rather be? The military dude or the billionaire who has his own flying suit, yo? I'd rather be the billionaire, yo.
They both have flying suits.
But I'd rather be the billionaire. I'd rather be Tony Stark.
No, I mean. What we want in there, definitely Tony Stark over War Machine, but there's plenty of reasons to put War Machine in there. Like, really, having War Machine in there wouldn't have helped with that alien invasion.
They have a good opportunity to put War Machine in the Captain America Civil War thing, the Civil War movie, because after Iron Man kills Captain America, he forms his own team. Like War Machine forms his own team, and you could do a really good set with that, like a good couple scenes with that. of Iron Man dealing with the struggles of having murdered a fellow teammate and having, War Machine break with him and forming a new Avengers team. Take over the job.
Mike, you do realize there's still gonna be some kind of plan after like Civil War, which it could be like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if they kill Captain America, it's probably Doctor Strange bringing Captain America back to life.
Well, I just don't want them to kill Captain America.
He dies in Civil War. That's how it ends.
But
I don't care. I don't want him to do that in the cinematic universe.
But also
This is why the movie.
And that will ruin Iron Man for us if he does, because that's not like something you can just dismiss out of hand.
Every Iron Man movie is going to start with Tony Stark being shitty, because there's such a thing as story arc. He has to progress. So it's not that big of a deal if
he's still an immature asshole, too. He hasn't really
but at the end of the movies, he always seems less of an immature asshole. Like, he's learned something. So, yeah, if he kills Captain America, who cares? Next movie...
you won't be able to forgive him after that. I certainly can't.
Actually,
you can if Captain America says
Wait a minute! I wanted to say, like, I thought, like, Captain America dies in a gunshot after he got arrested. Because, like, Iron Man, like, Tony Stark, like, beats him the fuck down and be like, you're arrested, motherfucker. And, and Captain America assassinated. Which is, the thing is called Death of Captain America.
I'm sorry, I'm not ready for a new Captain America in the movies yet. I don't want it. I don't need it.
There is no new Captain America. You have the
it would be Bucky Barnes. That would be the new Captain America if they.
Bucky sucks. I don't even know why we brought Bucky back, man. Fuck Bucky.
Because it was good. I mean, he's
a 50s sidekick character. Come on.
And he was badass, both in the comics and also in Winter Soldier. He was Winter Soldier.
Nobody ever has thought the kid's sidekick was badass.
Well, apparently Ed Bruce Baker made him a badass motherfucker.
He wasn't a kid's sidekick, though. What sidekick was?
He was like 15,
no,
man.
And in the first Avenger, in Captain America First Avenger, he wasn't. He was just.
Well, we're talking about the cinematic universe here, and we're definitely just padding the runtime here with stuff I'm going to have to cut out. Because it's just us ranting about stupid shit, and we can talk about this on a personal level.
Okay.
I'm going to have to cut so much stupid shit out of it.
Well, I think by that notion, thank you everybody for joining us or just talking bullshit to the electric bullshitoo. You can always find me, on Facebook. I have a Tumblr now. I have an Instagram. I have Twitter. I forgot what my Instagram or Twitter is. I know what Twitter is. It's JellaChris24, I guess. I don't know. Just find me there, I guess. Or, I have Facebook. Or, if you want to email me any questions of whatever, I'll gladly, have a stack full or maybe just one page of it. And over here, as C.S.N report, Nick, they can find you anywhere?
I'd rather not be found. Leave me alone.
Mike, where they can find you?
Yeah, I've got Facebook. You can either type in my name, or it's just Facebook.com/I'mMick. I also have a Twitter, which is ChaosAngel424. Just type that in. That'll be me.
Yay!
And we're done.
And that's it for C.S.N report, people. Thank you for joining us, and have a good night, good day. I don't quite sure.
Adios.